Namaste. Welcome to PABSON Distance Learning Education program collaborated with Janata Television, live from Janata Television. So this is class 9, subject science, and topic for today is measurement that we continue from previous classes. So before starting this measurement, let's quickly revise what we have done previously in previous classes in the day one. So in measurement, we have defined the measurement and physical quantity that also defined in the first class, and the type of physical quantity also, that is fundamental quantity and the derived quantity, that also we have defined. We defined on the previous classes or first class, and similarly about the unit also we have discussed previously, and its type also, like fundamental unit and the derived unit, that we have discussed previously. And today we will continue the measurement chapter. Okay, so today we will discuss the measurement of length, measurement of mass, measurement of time, and also we will discuss the scientific notation that is called the power of 10 also. That also we will discuss in today's class. So let's start the measurement of length. So what is measurement of length is, suppose I have one line here, right? And if I want to know what is the length of this, then it is the distance from the initial point and the ending point. So distance between the 2 points, that is known as the length. Okay, this measurement of length, measurement of mass, and measurement of time, that is the extra knowledge. Okay, that is essential for numerical problem to read the physics. That's why we are gaining the extra knowledge about this measurement of length, measurement of mass, and the measurement of time. Okay, so measurement of length, or length means simply it is the distance between the 2 points. That is known as a length. Right now, for measuring the length, there should be some standard unit. For example, what is the length of 1 meter? That should be known, and that is known as the 1 standard meter. And this 1 standard meter can be defined as the distance between the 2 fine gold line, which is drawn on the platinum iridium rod, which is preserved at the place, which is at the place of Paris, right? It is also known as the International Bureau of Weights and Measure. There is preserved the one special kind of rod, and the distance between the 2 fine gold line drawn on that place is known as the 1 standard meter. But later on, that more revised, the definitions of this 1 standard meter is revised one by the Geneva Conference of Weight and the Measures, which is defined as it is the distance traveled by the light in the vacuum in the time interval of 1 by 299 and 792 and 458. So this much interval of time the light travels shortened distance in the vacuum, which is also known as the 1 standard meter. Right, and in the length also there is a multiple and the sub multiple of unit. Especially the SI unit of length is the meter. We use the meter for measuring the length in the SI system of unit. Centimeter is there on the CGS system of unit, and foot is there on the FPS system of unit. And in the SI system of unit, the different multiple and the sub multiple are there of the meter. So let's discuss about this multiple and the sub multiple of a meter. So that is given on the slide also. You can see on the screen also, right? There is a different multiple of meter and the sub multiple is there. So for remembering this, how we can remember, let's see. So let's write down like this. So milli. So first we will write down the milli, then after centi and deci. Meter and deca, hecto, and kilometer. So let's write down this kilometer. Okay, so milli, centi, deci, meter, deca, hecto, kilometer. These are the multiple and the sub-multiple of a meter, right? Now, if you want to convert from one system of unit to another system of unit, then how we can convert? Let's see. So remember that there is 10 differences are there between this. So remember this, 10 differences are there. Here also 10 differences are there between these two. So here also 10 differences are there between these two. And here also 10 differences are there. 10 difference and again 10 difference are there, right? So how we can convert? Let's see. Millimeter, right? That is write down that mm also. So 10 millimeter equals to 1 centimeter, right? There is a 10 difference is there. That's why 10 millimeter equals to 1 centimeter, right? Similarly, you can get this also. That is 10 centimeter equals to 1 decimeter, right? 10 centimeter equals to 1 decimeter. So yeah, I've got the knowledge about this also. 10 decimeter equals to 1 meter, 10 meter equals to 1 decameter, 10 decameter equals to 1 hectometer, and 10 hectometer equals to 1 kilometer. So if you remember this, then we can easily convert the length, right, from one system of unit to another system of unit. So let's check some of the example of this one. So how we can convert from one system of unit to another system of unit. So you can see on the screen there is 17 centimeter is there that we want to change into the meter. So let's see, 17 centimeter into meter. So we want to convert centimeter to meter. So one more thing you have to remember in this. So if you are converting from smaller unit to bigger unit, right? Smaller unit to bigger unit, then we need to divide, okay? We need to divide. Okay, we will explain this later on also, right? And if we want to convert from bigger unit, suppose bigger unit to smaller, then we need to multiply. Okay, so remember this, smaller to bigger we need to divide, and the bigger to smaller we need to multiply. Now which number is there to multiply, which number is there to divide? Let's check. So we have the question, this 17 centimeter into meter, right? So let's check here. Centimeter is here and the meter is here. So centimeter to meter, it is a smaller to bigger, so we need to divide, right? So we need to divide. Now which number is there for dividing? So how many tens are there? 1 and 2. So remember that this one is 100 centimeter equals to 1 meter. How we get this? Because 10 and 10, 100, right? And there is 2 tens are there, so 100 centimeter equals to 1 meter. That means we have to divide here by the 100. Why? Let me do one more step. So 1 centimeter equals to 1 by 100 meter. That's why we have to divide by this 100. So let's convert this. This is 17 centimeter is there. That means 17 into instead of this centimeter, we need to write down this, divide by 100. So this is 1 by 100. Now this centimeter will change into the meter. That means it is 0.17 meter. So in this way, we can convert from centimeter to meter, right? One more example is there, 150 mm. Let's change that into the kilometer. So let me rub this. So question is 150 mm into kilometer, let's say, right? So let's check this, smaller to bigger. So we have to divide, right? Now which number we divide to for conversion of this? Let's check. Millimeter is here and the kilometer is here. So how many tens are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mm equals to 1 kilometer, right? So 1 mm equals to 1 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is kilometer. So we have to divide. Why? Because it is from smaller to bigger. And which number we divide? By this number we will divide for the conversion. That means, so from here, this 150 mm equals to 150 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now this mm will change into the kilometer. So this and this cancel. So this you can write down as a 15 into 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 5 kilometer. Now how we can write this? This we will discuss later on. It is called the power notation, or 10 to the power. So that we will discuss later on, right? So one more question, let's practice. That is 2 point. So you can see on the slide also 2.5 kilometer into meter. 2.5 kilometer into meter. Now it is bigger unit to the smaller unit. That is, bigger unit to the smaller unit means it is a multiplication. Now multiplication by which number? Let's see. So here is kilometer and the meter is there. So meter is here and kilometer is here. That means how many tens are there? 1, 2, and 3. That means we can write down here this 1000 meter equals to 1 kilometer. How we got this? This is meter is here and kilometer is here, right? So between this meter and the kilometer there is 3 tens are there. When you multiply that 3 tens, then that will be 1000. So 1000 meter equals to 1 kilometer. So from this one, this is 2.5 kilometer, right? And 1 kilometer equals to 1000 meter mean this is 2.5. Instead of this kilometer, we need to multiply this by 1000. So it gives 2500. This is meter. Okay, so this one is the answer. That's why from bigger unit to smaller unit, multiplication, and the smaller unit to bigger unit is the divide one. Clear? This one is the method for conversion of a length into the different system of a unit. Okay, so next one, measurement of mass is there, right? Mass, it is the amount of matter contained on the body, which is called the mass. What I mean is, for example, one object is here. So number of matters are present, total number of matters are present here. That total number of matter, that is known as a mass. That's why it is the mass is the constant everywhere. It is depend upon the number of molecule, so it is constant everywhere. And this mass, unit of mass is kg, right? SI unit of mass is kg, and other multiple and sub-multiple of this kg is there, that we are going to explain. Okay, so how we can convert from smaller to bigger, from bigger to smaller, that we are going to explore. And before that, what is 1 standard kg? That you might have learned on grade 8 also, 1 standard kg. So let's quickly revise that 1 standard kg. Okay, 1 standard kg is the mass of platinum iridium. Okay, this is the mass of the platinum iridium, which is again preserved on the International Bureau of Weights and Measure, that is on the Paris in France, right? And that mass is considered as a 1 standard kg. So you can see in the figure also, I have kept that one slide over there. So there is given the 1 platinum iridium rod, right? That is a object whose diameter is equals to the height. This diameter is equals to the height of the object. That mass which is preserved on the France is known as a 1 standard kg. Okay, so let's see how we can convert that kg into the multiple and the sub-multiple. That is conversion of kg to gram, gram to kg, how we can convert. Let's see. So for that also this same pattern work. Okay, but what changes we have to do here is, instead of meter, we need to write down the gram. Okay, what I mean is, milli is as it is, so it is considered as a milligram, centigram, decigram, and the gram. So if there is length, we write down this meter, and if there is mass, we write down this gram, right? Then deca, hecto, instead of this kilometer, we write down this kilogram, that is kg. So this both work in the same matter. right? So let's see how we can convert this one. Okay, and again, to divide, this division will be there if there is smaller unit, bigger unit is there, and the multiplication will be there if there is bigger unit to smaller unit. So let's explore some of the example of this one also. Suppose we have, let's say, 150 gram is there, that we want to change into kilogram, kg, let's say, right? How we can convert? In the same previous way, we can convert this also. So let's check 150 gram into kilogram. That is, gram is the smaller unit and the kg is the bigger unit. That means smaller to bigger, we have to divide. Now, which number is there for the division? Let's see. Gram is here. Gram is here. And the kg is here. So how many tens are there? Let's count. 1, 2, and 3 tens are there. That means 1000 gram equals to 1 kg, right? That means we have to convert this gram into kg. Can we write down like this? 1 gram equals to 1 by 1000 kg, right? So from here again, 150 gram equals to 150 into, instead of 1 gram, we can write down this 1 by 1000 kg. So if you divide this, that will be 0.15 kg. That means 150 gram is equivalent with the 0.15 kg. So in this way, we can convert. Similarly, if you want to convert, let's say 7 kg is there, right? 7 kg into, let's say, milligram is there, right? That we want to convert. So in the same way, let's check. This kg is there. It is the bigger unit. Milligram is there. That is the smaller unit. From bigger unit to smaller unit, that is multiplication. So what number we multiply? Let's check. So kilogram is here, right? This one is the kilogram. And milligram is here. Again, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 tens are there. So we can convert in the same previous way, right? That means 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This milligram equals to 1 kg, right? So this kg is there. So from here, this 7 kg is there. And instead of kg, we can write down this number, right? 7 into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gram, milligram, right? That means 7 into 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is milligram. So how to write down this? We will discuss a little bit later on. So by this method, we can convert the one system of unit to another system of unit, right? Similarly, metric ton is there and the quintal also there. This metric ton, that is 100 kg equals to 1 quintal, and the 1000 kg equals to 1 metric ton. That is also useful for the conversions of a mass. So you can see on the slide also, right? So that also we can use. So next one, this measurement of time is there. The measurement of time mean it is the interval between the two event, right? Interval between two event is known as the time. For example, you can see in your school that first period, second period, there is some certain time interval is there. That time interval is, that durations is known as a time interval, right? And the 1 standard second can be defined as the, okay, let me derive this 1 standard second. Okay, 1 mean solar day. 1 mean solar day. 1 mean solar day mean 1 day. Okay, so let me convert this 1 day into the second. That means 1 day, how many hours are there in the 1 day? That is 24 hours, right? And again, let's change this hour into the minute. That is 1 into 24 into 60. That is the minutes, right? Again, let's change this minute into the second. That is 1 into 24 into 60 into 60 second. This multiplication, it gives that 86400 second. That is, in 1 day, this much second is there. So let's define the second. So this much second equals to 1 day, and 1 second equals to 1 by 86400 part of day. So one standard second can be defined as the 1 by 86400 part of a 1 mean solar day. That is the one standard second. So conversion of this time also there, and we all are familiar different unit of the time. For example, there is days are there, right? So 1 day, if we want that into the hour, that is 24 hours is there, right? And similarly 1 hours, that equivalent with the 60 minutes, right? And 1 minute, that equivalent with the 60 second. And in 1 year, how many days are there? 365 days. This is average one, right? So these units can be used for measuring the time. Okay. Okay, so this is about the measurement of a time. So let's convert some of the time also. Okay, conversion of time also. So let's say we want to convert that 3600 second into, let's say, hour. Right? So how to convert this 3600 second into the hour? So we have this 3600 second. 3600 second is there. Right? So firstly, this second that we need to change into the minute. That is 60 second equals to 1 minute. That means 1 second equals to 1 by 60 minute is there. That is 3600. This second to change into minute, we have to multiply by this one. That is multiply by 1 by 60. Now this second will change into the minutes. Right? Again, this minute we need to change that into the hour because we have to change this into hour. That means, again, let's see. So let's simplify this. This 0 cancel. 616 and 66 36. Right? So it is 60 minute is there. Similarly, 60 minutes equals to 1 hour is there. That means 1 minute equals to 1 by 60 hours. So this again, if you multiply by 1 by 60, then that will convert into the hours, right? So this and this cancel. That means 1 hour. So 3600 second that convert into hour gives the 1 hour. Okay. So similarly, if we want to convert this 450 hours into the day, let's see next one. So 450 hours are there that we want to change into days, let's say. Okay. So 450 hours is there. To change hours into day, we have to divide by 24, right? So if you divide by 24, then this will change into the days, right? So simplify this, you will get the answer. Okay. So in this way, we can convert the unit of length also we can convert, and unit of time also we can convert. Similarly, the unit of mass also we can convert. Okay. Now let's see the scientific notation or power of 10, which is essential for solving the numerical problem in the physics. Okay. So what we are going to do, scientific notation or power of 10. It is the power of 10. It is also called the scientific notation. Okay, distance between them, distance between heavenly bodies, let's say sun and the earth, and distance between Sun and the, let's say, Jupiter, Sun and the Pluto, right? So distance between them, it is very large, right? To explain that in the meter, it is very large one. That's why those large number should be expressed in the short form, and that short form is the scientific notation or power of 10. For example, let's say if there is, let's say, 3000, okay, this one number is there, let's say, right? So this one number is there. This is the longer form. To write down this longer form, it is difficult also, and it takes the lots of space also, it takes the lots of times also, right? So to shorten this, the scientific notation or power of 10 is introduced one. So how we can explain this? Let's see. So in the scientific notation, the decimal point, okay, if the decimal point is shift in the left hand side, then the power get increased one. Okay, that is a laws or rules for writing the power of 10 or scientific notation. So what I have said, if the decimal points is transferred to the left hand side, then the power get increased. For example, this is, the decimal is here right now, right? Then after, if I shift this in the one place, the power increase. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That is 3 into 10 to the power 8. So what I have said, if the decimal point is transferred in the left hand side, then the power get increased. That's why the power I have mentioned here, positive one, right? Similarly, next one example, let's say there is 4537000. Suppose this one number I have. This I want to change that into the power of 10. So how I can change is, so decimal point, here is no decimal point, mean that is at the last. The decimal point is here. So we need to transfer this on the left hand side. That means 1 place, 2 place, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That means 4.5 into 10 to the power 6. If you want to write down here, let's say here. So let's see. That is 1 place, 2 place, 3, 4, and 5. That means we can also write down this 45.37 into 10 to the power 5 also. So remember that if we transfer this in the left hand side, then the power get increased, right? And next one is, if the decimal point get transferred on the right hand side, then the power get decreased. That means negative power get increased. So let me take one example. Suppose we have 0. Let's say 000357 is there, right? This is the very small number. Whenever there is an atom, distance between the two particles on the atom are there, that is very small one, right? Microscopic object, if there is, then that is very small one. And this also we can explain in terms of power of 10. So the decimal is already here, and if we transfer this on the right hand side, then the value get decrease, I said, right? That means 1 place transfer to right hand side, 2, 3, 4. That means if you want to put the point here, that means 3.57 into 10 to the power. Now that should be decrease. That means 1 place, 2, 3, 4 place mean minus 4, because it is transferred to the right hand side, right? Similarly, let's say we have another one number, 0.0000. Okay, this one number is there, let's say 2 is there, let's say, right? So how we can change this in terms of power of 10 is, so decimal is already here, we need to transfer that in the right hand side. So 1 place, 2 place, 3 place, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. That means 3.2 into 10 to the power minus 8. Why this minus 8? Because it is transferred to the right hand side. Clear? So in this way, we can change the very large number into the power of 10 and the very small number in the power of 10. Okay? So some more example, let's see. Okay, so suppose we have 4.7 into 10 to the power minus 3 is there. how we can change this into the normal form. Let's see. So decimal point is here, 4.7 is there, and this is -3 mean it will transfer to the left hand side. Okay, this is reverse one, just opposite one. That means the decimal point is here. Let's add some 0 here. This is -10 is the, -3 is there, mean 1 place, 2 place, and the 3rd place. That means it should be transferred the 3 times. 3 digits should be transferred one towards the left to convert this power of 10 into the normal form. That means 0.0047 is the normal form. So you have learned to convert normal form into the power of 10 and the power of 10 into the normal form. So if you have learned this, then that is very beneficial one for study of the physics. Okay. So some more useful conversion is there. So few I will explain, and then we will wrap up this class. Okay. So some of the useful conversion is, suppose we have 72 kilometer per hour is there. This we want to convert into the meter per second. Okay, this we want to convert into meter per second. So let's see how to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. This is also useful for numerical problems. So let's see. So let's write down this 72 kilometer per hour. So this notation and this one is similar one. We can use this notation as this also. Okay, so kilometer is here. We need to change this kilometer into meter and this hour into second. So let's change individually. That is 72. This kilometer is there and meter is there. That is higher, bigger unit to smaller unit. That means we need to multiply and multiply by 1000. As we know that 1000 meter equals to 1 kilometer. That means multiply by 1000. Now this kilometer will change into meter, right? Now here is hour is there. So can we write down this 1 hour, right? Now 1 hour into minute. Firstly, 1 multiplied by 60, that will be in the minute. And again, if you multiply by 60, then that will be in the second. That means multiply by 60, it gives the second. We need to convert from kilometer per hour into meter per second, which we have done, right? Now let's simplify this. So this 0 and 0 we can cancel. This 0 and this 0 also we can cancel, right? And 6, 1, 6, 6, 1, remaining is 1. 1 and 2 is 12. 6 2s are 12. And similarly, this 6, 1, 6, and this one is 2. That means it is equivalent with this 2 into 10. That is 20 meter per second. So in this way, we can convert from this kilometer per hour into the meter per second. That is the method for conversion. This one. So one more example. So let's see. This one is a kilometer per hour into meter per second. Next one is there of density one. 3 gram per centimeter cube into kg per meter cube. So how we can convert this one? Okay, so gram is there. You change this into kg as previous. Centimeter cube is there. You change this into meter. So whatever we have done as a previous one, you can follow this step. And in next class, we will continue the more conversion of the unit. So today we have discussed this some conversion, measurement of length, measurement of mass, and measurement of time. So in the next class, we will continue the remaining portion. So thank you very much everyone for joining the class. Thank you very much.